Let's look at Chapter 12, Lesson 2 Extension, Negative Numbers on the Number Line. Use this number line to help you answer the questions. Fill in the number sentence to show what you did. Start at 4, so I'm going to start at 4, which is in the box. Jump backwards 4 spaces, which is negative. I'm going to be subtracting 4, so I'm going to be at 0 then. And then jump backwards 3 more spaces, which is subtracting, which would lead me at negative 3. Where am I? I'm at negative 3. Let's look at number 2. Start at negative 6, so I'm going to fill in my number sentence. And I'm going to jump forward 7 spaces. I know that's 6 plus 1 more is 7. So plus going forward would be plus 7. And then I jump backwards 2 spaces, so I'm going to subtract 2, 1, 2, and I'm going to be at negative 1. Let's look at number 3. I start at 6, so I'm going to put that in the number sentence, and I jump forward 3 spaces, so plus 3, and then jump backwards 6 spaces, so minus 6. Without using the number line, I know that 6 plus 3 is 9. Minus 6 is going to be 3. You can use the number line to check your answer. For number 4, you start at 3, you jump forward, which is adding 6 spaces, then I jump backwards 9 spaces. I know that 3 plus 6 is 9, minus 9 would be 0. For number 5, I'm going to start at 2.5, and I jump backwards, so I subtract 4. Then I jump forward 1 space. Using the number line for this one might help you since it's dealing with a half. For the first part, I'm going to start at 2.5 and jump backwards 4 spaces. So I know that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'd be at 1.5 negative. And then I'm going to add 1, which would bring me back to a half, but a negative half. Let's look at number 6. I start at 6 and 75/100ths, and then I jump forward, which would be adding 3 spaces, and then I jump backwards, so I subtract 12 spaces. I know that 6 and 75/100ths plus 3 would be 9 and 75/100ths, and then I need to subtract 12. I'm going to go ahead and put 12 on top here. Remember to line up the decimals, and I can subtract. Take away from the 2, make it a 1. This becomes a 9 and a 10. 10 take away 5 is going to be 5. 9 take away 7 is going to be 2. Bring down the decimal. 1 take away 9 you can't do, but you can do 11 take away 9, which would be 2. So my answer is going to be negative 2 and 25/100ths, because remember you were subtracting 12 from 9 and 75/100ths. For number 7, you start at 0, you jump forward 3 spaces, and then you jump forward 3.5 spaces. So I know that 0 plus 3 is 3, plus 3.5 would be 6.5. For number 8, I start at negative 3.5. I jump forward 3 half spaces, which would be 1.5. Then I jump backwards 3 whole spaces, so I'm going to subtract 3. Now looking at this, I've just seen a mistake that I've made in the last one, which we'll go back and correct. Let's finish this problem first though. So I have negative 3.5 plus 1.5, which would put me at negative 2. Then I'm going to subtract 3 more from that, which would be at negative 5. So your answer is negative 5. Let's go back and fix number 7 now though. We had start at 0, which is correct, jump forward 3 spaces, which is correct, but then jump forward 3 half spaces. So this isn't 3.5, it's actually 1.5. So this answer is wrong. So I have 0 plus 3 is 3 plus 1.5, which would be 4.5. Make sure that you correct your answer.